I'm back again. I may or may not edit this, but yeah, I'm VPL. Welcome back to my channel. I apparently have a channel now, but like, okay, so like real talk though, like if you want to start a social media or a social network, if you want to start a social network, it helps if you have like reach or grasp, or is the technical term grasp? I think it's probably reach. It's definitely not strangulation for sure. But like, yeah, since I'm building M2M, which I think I've briefly talked about, I've made some posts about it and stuff. It's like a makeup tracking app, social network. I built the RESTful API for it. I need to plug the database in. I got a little frustrated because like my freaking phone doesn't have RFID NFC capabilities, so like I was looking at some hardware options and like one of my boards got cooked, and that's just like not a tits. Anyways, I was gonna do an unboxing video because I got something really exciting in the mail. This is also a really big deal for me because I've been stealth and non-binary for like 10 years. What that means for me specifically is possibly even longer. Is that I am openly non-binary. I'm very openly non-binary, but I'm not willing to discuss things regarding my sex assigned at birth or anything regarding my sexual function. I do not like having conversations about my personal like genital function unless we are hooking up, partnered. I So this is different for me because I am going to explicitly state some things that I was very against being open about for a while, but I think it's kind of important because it's really difficult to get a like support network going, especially around things like this, if you have to be so vague about like, oh, you know how that thing that happens like every like 3 weeks or so, and then you get really like, it's like you're sick, but like it happens every 3 weeks, and then there's like a week, and it's like you're sick, but there's it's normal. It gets really hard to be that person, especially since I was told by doctors I needed to stop taking testosterone for health reasons, because I have what's called polycythemia. It means that it's a type of blood cancer that means that you produce too much red blood cells, and that the only treatment was getting regular therapeutic phlebotomy, but they were saying that my levels were still too high, and the only thing that I could change about my lifestyle would be stopping testosterone. So I did that, and now I get this thing every 3 to 4 weeks where I need to basically be bedridden for about a week. So that's cool. I guess like it's like I am starting to see more why people use the terms like the curse or whatever when they're talking about like menses or like their cycle. I mean, like I notice other parts of it as well, but I would say that the actual bleeding part is the more difficult one for me. But the point was this was supposed to be an unboxing video, so I'm trying to like learn how to pace myself a little bit better. But I it's in the mail. It's from June. Super hyped online. They have a lot of things like, oh, we got so many positive reviews. Don't you want to just review? It's a menstrual cup. Just spoiler alert. That's what this video is about. Yeah, I ordered one from them like a couple months ago because there was like some promo on Facebook, because that's how my life is. If I'm gonna get a splurge, it's probably something that I've been served on Facebook. Yeah, so I was excited to try this one because it was like purple and $6, and then it didn't get sent, and then I reached out to their customer service, and their customer service like resent it immediately. So way to go, June, on having like the best customer service team that I've interacted with online. So I went ahead and got they have like a bunch of different sizes. I think they have 3 different sizes. So I went with the small one, the smallest size that they had, because I found that some of the larger ones do not sit right with me. So we'll see how this one works, because I have an incredibly heavy flow. I'm talking like 15 milliliters per hour for the first 24 to 48 hours. So it's can be rough on me. But yeah, this is their extra small, or I think they might even call it like teen size or something. But the fact that it can still hold 15 milliliters, it has like a little marker on the inside. It's this gorgeous purple. It's like, I think they said that this color is supposed to be like stain resistant, so I'm excited to try this out. But they had a ton of really good reviews. But just in case you don't know what a menstrual cup is, it's a form of, it's a reusable product that you can use. You clean it out between uses to assist when you're having your menses or your period. So that basically what it does is it goes inside the vagina and it sits near the cervix, so that when your cervix opens and lets the menses tissue, or like the blood or whatever, for me it's really flashy, TMI, but it all goes into the cup, and then you once the cup is full, I usually try, first couple days I usually try to check it every hour because I have really heavy flow, as I mentioned. But yeah, no, you just kind of, it's a thing where you fold it like this, and then you insert it into the vagina, and then once it's inside the vagina, it kind of opens up and sits next to the cervix. And then I've also found that this is invaluable to helping prevent cramps. I'm not entirely sure what it is, or it just like my cervix is able to. I have a retroverted uterus, which means that my uterus, instead of sitting tilted forward towards the your belly button, it sits tilted back towards all of my intestines. So I have extreme discomfort during menses. I also am not able to take ibuprofen. I had GI bleeds this year, so I don't actually have. So pretty much my options for dealing with having my period are not be able to work and be on bed rest. So it's not the business. But I'm really excited to try this one because it's a bit smaller than the other one. Here, I'll show you the other one that I've been using. This is just a standard, it has same volume. It's a little bit bigger though. This is like a Diva Cup knockoff from, a generic brand Diva Cup from Walgreens. They just had them at Walgreens, and I was like, I gotta pick this up. I had another cup that I had gotten off of I think I got it off of AliExpress, but it ended up getting glitter all over it. And then, as we all know from stories about the Rocky Horror Show stage show production, glitter and foreskin do not mix. So like glitter and genitals really don't mix. I really occasionally, sometimes like there'll be stuff with mica in it that'll get a little closer to that area, but it's just like it's a danger that I do not want to be a party to. So I ended up throwing that one away because after a couple washes it still had glitter all over it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't that sounds like a really poor thing to have to deal with. But I was going to talk about some of the other options. But yeah, it's cute. It came in this little bag, just like the one that I got at Walgreens. But yeah, I recommend, if you are open to trying them, the June cup. I got this for $6. It was on sale. It was on special. But they have it in a number of different sizes. I specifically went with the smaller one because the larger one is a little bit uncomfortable for me. Again, TMI, but I have pretty bad vaginismus, which actually for me, it's not a fear of things going into my vagina. It's a fear of things coming out of my vagina. And yeah, so I'm really excited to try that for my next cycle. I was going to show you some of the other ones that I've tried or some of the other products that I've used. This is another menstrual cup brand that I've tried. This is just the case for it. It's called an intimina. I this it's this is the like soft cup style. Does not work for me. Like, it actually like actively stops my flow. So like this is not a working solution. Like, I think the hexagons look really cool, but like once you get it up in there, it it doesn't assist in relaxation and getting the cervix to open. And then it has like a mouth on this part. I don't know who designed it. Like, I love hexagons, but like um congratulations on your huge gaping cunt, because like I don't what like I don't know anyone whose cervix is this big. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe I need to do more field research. IDK. But I was going to show you some of the other ones that I've used. I tried switching to tampons. I had previously, the only other time I had tried tampons was it was prior to starting testosterone. I rarely got my cycle because I had really severe eating disorder, which caused me to not have menses most of the time. So it meant tracking things like tracking my cycle would be really difficult. But I used one of those like OB application-less tampons, and I was doing piano class because I was going to community college and taking mostly music and language classes, living my best model life, and yeah, I had to like run out of class because my vagina like ejected it like pretty intensely. It was difficult. I had to go home because I didn't have any other options for that at the time. They didn't have they had tampons in the bathroom, like the machine that you put quarters in, but it's just like I can't do that again. So I've tried them. I tried different style tampons, and no, I can't do it. It's excruciatingly painful. It makes my cramps worse. It's very uncomfortable. I'm very aware that it's there the whole time. With the menstrual cup, it kind of goes in and sits properly, and I'm all good. Other than that, there are a few other ones that I've tried. This is just like kind of a generic maxi pad that I got at the bodega by me because I started getting my period again and was like, I need that. I think my Saba is the brand. It's like I think it's a Mexican brand because it's all Spanish. I live in mostly like Latinx neighborhood here, but it came with this really cute pouch, this like case thing that yeah, if I'm on the go, I like having this sort of stuff in my bag so that I'm ready to go. As far as other pads that I've used that have been decent, this is an Always Infinity. They changed. I used to know what size that I think I'm supposed to get 2 or 3 now. This is a size 2. I think they changed like the dimensions on them, so it was pretty confusing. Starting to get my period again and then not knowing. I don't know. It's weird being a 30-year-old in the menstrual health department at the at the drugstore and being basically like, okay, well, what do you have to learn this whole like new language that just doesn't really make any sense, that there's not a lot of documentation out there about. But I've liked that there's like a lot more products that aren't just, not everything is just freaking millennial pink or anything. Not that I have a problem with millennial pink. I love pink. It's one of my favorite colors. But it's nice to have the option to get products that I require for my daily life, not be excessively gendered. That being said, I remember when I was in high school and thinking, like, why don't they have Star Wars and Pokemon themed, like, pads and menstrual products and stuff? And it's like now there's this huge market for like custom reusable pads. That's not something I'm pretty much, I'm not really open to that right now. I would probably try like Thinks or some of the like absorptive underwear, but like cloth pads isn't really something I'm kind of open to right now. I think that as far as the reusable options, the cups are my absolute favorite. um yeah, I currently use the cycle tracking app, Clue. It's my favorite. It's easy to use, and yeah, it's been invaluable to helping me figure out how to better handle that time of the month or whatever. Yeah, I think that's about it. I just kind of wanted to record this because I don't. Oh yeah, right. So the problem, my medication is not getting filled at the CVS because there's a mismatch on my sex documentation, which I am legally non-binary. But yeah, apparently they're not able to handle the me being legally non-binary through their system. So I'm very I am so pleased with the assistance that I've been getting from my the medical team at the clinic I go to. They've been really invaluable. Like once someone actually heard what I was saying about like not being able to get my prescriptions filled, she was working today and gave me a call about an update to the case that because it's I've been to the hospital twice this year for not being able to get my Zofran, which is just like an anti-nausea medication. But now that I have my cycle again, my nausea is a lot worse. I It's like a really weird, delicate balance sort of thing because it seems like pretty much a lot of my symptoms get exacerbated by like not being on testosterone. I'm not sure that I'm not sure that I would necessarily just go back on testosterone. I would rather see, you know, ways for people to be able to work full time and still have like premenstrual dysphoric distress syndrome or whatever. Because it just kind of means that I can't work like an even load across the month or whatever. Like there are times when I can do a lot more and times when I can do a lot less. And just trying to figure out how to balance that and get that done to make sure that like people are pleased with the work that I'm putting out and what I'm doing. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I wanted to make my own app because I don't know, women, queers, and femmes need that representation. I've also like I don't know, I just like being able to get like dolled up and go out and then being like, oh my god, girl, your hair is so cute, and then I can have a whole like the idea would be that I would have a thing on my app that I would be able to like be like, oh yeah, I used the like pomade blah 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 and this one and my blushes from here, and like it's a whole thing to be able to have like kind of like community with people with similar interests. I wanted it to be kind of part of a like smart home sort of thing, so you could track how what you're doing and when. Not so much as like I mean like of course it has commercial applications, but this was more of a like personal tracking sort of thing. Like I wanted to. I've noticed that even when I am crunching my like pinching my pennies, like really squeezing the hell out of them, as I have been for the last year, that my budget on things like cosmetics is still kind of high, because I love makeup and I love being fabulous, and I want to know like does this product actually last as long as the it says on it. 'Cause so like a lot of like makeup products will have like a Yeah, it'll have like a tub life sort of thing of being like, so here's an example. This is the It Takes Two Miracle Gel by Sally Hansen, and then it has like the pot life on the back, which I believe that's 24 months, and so that the idea would be that you would buy your makeup, you would put it in your app. I want like a stickery thing that has an RFID, or NFC. Sorry, we're doing NFC. We're in the future or whatever. And you'd bleep it on your phone or your standalone art piece, and have it checked into your thing so that anytime you use it, you could be like, because like the reason I got these was because these were like. Uh, I love their gel system that had the like light thing. Lost that in a not divorce. We were not legally married, not legally anything. Thank God, freaking common law marriage doesn't exist in California. Like holy shit. But the point is, I love their other gel. I want to try this out because I heard this like 2 week manicure sort of thing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a little rough with my hands. I want to see how that lasts, and yeah, I'm super pleased with this. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna last for 2 weeks for everybody, but I was able to play guitar and it didn't chip my nails immediately. Like they're a bit worn out now because this is a bit more than 2 weeks at this point. But yeah, I kind of wanted to have like an app that you could track all that sort of stuff for yourself. So if you're like, oh, this cost around like $10 and it lasts as long as it says that it's going to, yay, I think that's good value. Because if you're just buying a bunch of stuff and you're just like, oh, it's there, set it and forget it, you know, uh you're not as likely to like use stuff if you're not like reminded about it, I guess. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I got my groceries delivered today. I pissed that it went to my credit card instead of going on my EBT like it needed to. I think I said all the things that I was going to say with this. I guess I'll like rewatch this and possibly edit it down or whatever. I guess I have to figure out a shooting schedule or like more of a video posting schedule. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I had to say about this.